Good evening, everybody. My name is Reginald Stinson. I am going to go ahead and kick off tonight. Tonight is a very special night. I'm excited to be here. Give me a second. I'm trying to make sure we're live on the other computer. It looks like we are. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this. I don't want to prolong the hour, so give me 1 second. Let me do a screen share here really quick. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Hit it from myself. All right, so tonight I want to welcome you to tonight's hangout. Obviously, you all have been hearing a lot of buzz about this. So tonight we're going to be talking about the relaunch of the Unit of Prosperity. Going to take you through a little history here, and also we're going to talk about the direction where we're headed going forward and why we made this decision, so on and so forth. So definitely appreciate you guys for jumping out on the hangout here tonight and for sharing it. If you have not shared this hangout already, now is the time for you to share the hangout. Trust me, you want to flood social media news feeds. You want to send out your last minute emails. You want to get this information out to as many people as possible, because what you're going to hear tonight can potentially reshape your life financially forever. All right. So before I really get into what I want to talk about here, I want to give a disclaimer and go ahead and get this out the way, because there may be reference to income in this presentation. So I will say that any results that are shown here tonight is an example of what's possible if you go to work. Now, your results will vary. We cannot guarantee any income whatsoever. However, if you do the work, anything is possible. Now, a little bit about myself for those that don't know me. My name is Reginald Stinson. I am the founder of the Unit of Prosperity. I'm a retired underachiever in high school, dropout. I ended up getting my GED, went to college, dropped out of college, noticed the habit. But the reason why I did that was simply because I discovered early on that that wasn't the path that I wanted to go down. I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. Also, I'm out of Birmingham, Alabama, so if you hear that country thing go on every now and then, you know that is why, because I am from Birmingham. I do have a country accent. I've been in the home-based business profession since 2006. Lacked stability in the early stages of my journey because I didn't have the proper mentorship. I jumped from company to company, basically like a lot of you all that may be watching this presentation. And basically, I was just trying to find my niche in the industry. Retired my wife from corporate America in 2013. Generated over 1.2 million plus in commissions online in the last 24 months. Built organizations of thousands, tens of thousands of people inside of network marketing, the home-based business industry. Now, what is UOP? Because I get this question a lot, and we want to go ahead and get this out the way as well. Unit of Prosperity is an organization dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to live prosperously. Now, I did just get a notification on Facebook, so if you cannot see my screen clear, if you hover your mouse over the video, there's an icon that's going to say settings, and then once you go to settings, you can change the quality from whatever it is to 720p, and then you will be able to see the presentation clear. For some reason, YouTube changed it, so you have to modify those settings manually. All right, so Unit of Prosperity is an organization dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to live life prosperously. Our vision has always been to aid individuals in creating highly desirable incomes as entrepreneurs. In addition to that, we have a strong desire to create 100 six-figure income earners and 10 millionaires. Internet marketing is a launching pad for us to branch to other areas of business, such as real estate, small business, music industry, etc. So for those people that want to use the industry so that they can branch out and really do something else that they're passionate about, that's what we wanted to. That's what we want to help people do. As a unified community, we strive to focus on building people, over delivering on value, and aiding entrepreneurs in designing the desired lifestyles they deserve. Now, our mission statement is pretty much similar And basically what it is to create the most dynamic, versatile community of like-minded entrepreneurs in the network marketing and direct sales. Now, we will help entrepreneurs develop essential skills such as proper financial planning, maintain wealth, personal development to blossom as a leader and become more influential and inspirational in order to reach the masses through personal development, through development of marketing skills so that they can effectively and efficiently convey our message internationally. Now, that leads me back to this point. Sorry, I had to fly through that really quick. All right, the big why. Why are you back? Okay, well, that's the question I asked myself. Why are you back? Well, what really led us to really come back and really get back to this point is because we actually branched out and we tried a traditional network marketing model. And unfortunately, the experience for myself personally was the fact that I was the only one making money. Okay, I was the only one making money. And for me as a leader, that became extremely uncomfortable for me, okay, because I felt like I was putting people in a position to lose. So because of that, I almost walked away from MLM entirely because I was the only person making money. All right, and some of you all may have seen this to where you see that if you don't know this, your organization in a traditional MLM model is made up of the 99%ers, which are the people that are probably not really going to make a whole lot of money, if they make any money at all. Now, the question is, if you are involved in that model, are you comfortable with that? Okay, and me as a leader, personally, I was not. Okay. Now, also, why are you back? Okay, anyone, regardless of any background, can make money with this opportunity that we're sharing with you tonight. Now, most common facts about people who join home-based businesses, the main thing is they don't have a clue how to market. Next thing is they don't like recruiting. So if you are in a traditional network marketing model, direct sales, if you don't like recruiting, guess what? You're not going to make any money. They don't have an advertising budget. They have exhausted their warm market list because they've been involved in so many different companies over the years. They won't ever make money in traditional MLM, which you don't want to tell people that. But in all honesty, there are some people that don't belong in traditional MLM. People just want to see progress. When people join a business, not everybody wants to get rich. Some people just want to see some type of progress of them moving forward and making some type of money. Now, what if there was a way for you guys that are watching this webinar hangout tonight that you can make money without recruiting? Now, you probably have seen that a while and you're probably wondering what the heck we're talking about, or how is that even possible because you're so used to the traditional model. You also want to learn, or what if there was a way you could make money without begging your friends and family to join your business? What if you can position yourself in a recession-proof niche, meaning that regardless of what's happening in the economy, you can position your business in a place to where you can still be able to make money regardless of what's going on around you, because people are going to do certain things anyway. What if you can offer something that appeals to the masses, which means there is less resistance from the prospect that you are presenting your business to? What if you can create money now? What if you can do something now or after the webinar and be able to make money immediately to your PayPal account? What if you can make money with your auto ship whether you sell it to someone else or not? This is huge, okay? There's no other company that I have seen, no other model that I have seen where if you order a product or if you are on an auto ship every month, if I can call it an auto ship, there's no other model that you can make money with your auto ship whether you sell it to someone else or not. Now we're going to talk about proof and show proof that this model works, because we did this before in 2013, and this is actually a few people, familiar faces that you know on our team from an event that we had, a team event that's in this respected niche that we're going to be talking about today. You see the checks, okay? Here's more proof from other people to show you that this model works, okay? We had so many people making money that we could not keep up with the amount of success stories that we had coming in. This is actually us at an event that was happening to where we were awarded a check, and this is the last check from the company that you're going to hear about tonight. Now, here's a few more testimonials from my members. If you look here, this is from Barbara, doing good so far since joining. I've made $300, and I have never made anything in any of my online ventures. Okay, woke up to $225, all profit. I'm loving eBay. Hi, Reginald, feeling left out since nobody welcomed me, but I'm so grateful to be a part of this wonderful group. I've made more money in a week than I have made in 2 years when I was with MLMs. This is great. Okay, I made my first sale in less than 24 hours of listing items. Okay, since yesterday. Okay, Stacy made $100 profit. Richard made $518.27 within 7 days in the UK. Elijah made a profit of $1,500. Okay, and we have, again, a slew of testimonials. I'm not going to list them all. So without further ado, okay, to give you more in depth about the company that you're going to hear about tonight and the vision of the company, and share a little bit about the compensation plan and how everything works. If you decide to share this opportunity, I'm going to bring up the Chief Marketing Officer, Kevin Hokaana. Kevin, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me? You got me?
Yes, sir. I hear you.
Yeah. So it's great to be here. It's great to be here. And let me grab this. I'll tell you real quick before we go any further. It's really an honor for me to be here, because being here with you, Reginald, and Keisha, you guys have just been those folks who have taken care of your people through everything. Right? You've always been there for your folks. You've helped them out. You've helped them build, and you have results that people in this industry don't have. Right? They typically do not have in this industry. It's amazing, the communities that you've created, the systems, the platforms that you've created. So if you guys are watching this on a replay, or if you've been working with them, then you know what I'm talking about. But what you're going to see from these two over the next weeks, months, and years, it's just going to continuously wow you and continuously help you, because that's what they do. They help people grow businesses. So it's an honor for me to be here. I really appreciate you guys having me out. And you know what I want to kind of go through is a really brief history of where we've been, and then we're going to hop into the rewards plan, and then we've got Nikki and Paris are going to come out and show you more about the product and what we do there. But really quick, I mean, we've been a community, and we've been doing this in the e-commerce space for the last few years. Since 2013, we really launched what we call DS Domination, and that company was responsible for 140,000 people coming through the doors and learning. Okay, which is phenomenal, you know, and we were able to do that, and it really had to morph. It had to change into what you're going to see tonight, because the early concepts of what we did was teaching people how to grow an income with e-commerce. A lot of training, very little tool sets. Well, the landscape has changed, guys, and you guys see this out there in the industry. You see this all around you. Everything changes, and it changes really, really rapidly, and so we had to change with it. And so we went from DS Domination, which is still running today, to Infinii, which is what we're talking about tonight. And Infinii, what we did was we updated everything, we got the tool set needed, and we have the rewards plan that is built to help people like Reginald and Keisha grow businesses and really be able to help people with the rewards plan. A rewards plan that doesn't require you to sponsor 200, 300, 400 people to get into profits. That's what we had in DS Domination. You really had to be a sponsoring machine to replace that income, right? On the rewards plan side. But here, you could literally sponsor 2, 3 people and hit some major, major goals. You don't have to sponsor hundreds of people in order to make a huge income. And so I'm going to show you guys how that works and how that rewards plan works. But that was key for us, because we look at this space out there in the network marketing space and in the e-commerce space. And on the e-commerce space, what you have is a lot of rules that are changing, a whole environment, a whole ecosystem that is changing. And if you want to keep up with those changes, then you have to adapt. You have to create software and tools to automate as much as possible of what you're doing, automated success. On the rewards plan side, you have to have something that encourages people to help people grow in depth. So when you come in and you're new to this, and you bring on maybe a few people, you've got to be able to create a very stable income from that. and your upline should be able to have a very tangible benefit to help you. So I'm going to walk you guys through this rewards plan and show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So let me grab this, and you guys should see my screen right here. Let me know if you can see it.
Yes, you good.
Awesome. So this is our rewards plan, and there's a lot of things in here that that we'll kind of touch on and why we did what we did, because it had to be done. But I'll tell you, this is a reiteration of the rewards plan. When we started Infinii, we started with a binary rewards plan, and we incrementally made changes to see what would stick and what would really work to help people. And I'll tell you what, the binary rewards program is not the best out there for team building. There's a lot of hype around it. At the end of the day, you still have to build 100% of your business, and we had to make multiple changes to it to make it work, and we ended up throwing it out. And this is what we came up with. We actually went a totally different direction from anything we've ever seen out there. So I challenge you, for those of you who are in network marketing who have seen rewards plan before, if you've been in any kind of company, look at this and ask yourself, have I ever seen anything like this? And then look at this and say, is this not the easiest rewards plan to, one, explain, and two, to earn from? So let's take a look. So really, most comp plans, most rewards plans have 15, 16, 17 different ways to earn, right? And what those really are is it's breakage. It's different ways that the company is not going to pay you. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'll probably get a lot of hate mail for saying that from some companies, but that's okay, because that's the truth. Now check this out. We have 4 ways to earn. And I'm going to walk through all 4 of these ways to earn. One is your jump start. The jump start is what you earn when somebody first comes into the program. So if somebody comes in their first time at a product level, whether it be Prime, Surge, or Excel, you're going to earn 25% of what they spend in that business volume. So if somebody came in at the Excel level, for example, you would earn $100, 25% of that in Jumpstart. The next way you earn are milestones. Okay, we knew with the Jumpstart that you had to make enough money on the front end to justify if you were going to run paid advertising. So this had to be significant, and that's what we did there. The next part of the rewards program is your milestones. Okay, and your milestones are once you start hitting some ranks, manager, regional manager, national manager, global manager, you're going to start earning milestone checks to the tune of $50, $100, $350, $500. So there's a total of $1,000 you can hit in milestones as you progress up the ranks. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that. But we did something else too. All right, we actually added in a milestone check match. And so if I referred Reginald and Reginald went and hit global manager and he earned $1,000 in milestones, I would actually earn 20% of that. And that's huge, because this helps me have a financial interest to make sure that folks are going ahead and hitting those ranks, right? Now, level 2 is a 10% milestone. So if I referred Reginald and he referred Keisha, and she went out there and hit these milestones, Reginald would get 20% of that, and I would get 10% of that. So I have 2 generations in depth that I am going to get paid on to help them hit these milestones. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3 is your Infinity pay. You actually earn 10% on the volume in your organizations. Now there are caps on this, but you earn 10% of the volume in your organizations as you progress up these ranks. 10%. And this goes to infinity, and there's a reason why. Because you might have somebody come in who brings somebody in, who brings somebody in, and then bam, they have a huge run. They bring in a Reginald Stinson, and he puts 2,000 personals in there, right? And just goes nuts and has a huge team. You're going to be able to earn from that infinite depth. Every other unilevel that you see out there does not do that, right? They restrict you in depth because they know how much money they'll have to pay out. We don't have that problem here because we don't have a couple of costs that most companies have, and we'll go over that in a little bit as to why we can pay out so much. The next thing is your Infinity match. Once you start hitting these ranks, let's say I brought Reginald in, okay? This is me, and this is Reginald, and I bring him in, and he earns $1,000 in his Infinity pay. If I'm a regional manager, I'll check match that to 5%. If I'm a national, I'll check match it to 10. global 15, director 30, senior director 35, all the way up to 100% check match on my personals that I bring in as I hit out these ranks. That's crazy for you guys. I think you guys are really going to love that, especially when you start seeing it in your bank account. So this is the entire rewards plan. We just went through it in what, 3 minutes, 4 minutes? Easy to explain. Like, you don't have time to read massive documents of rewards plans out there to try to kind of sort of maybe figure it out. This is the whole rewards plan, except for a twist. We have something called a holding tank. Okay? And in that holding tank, when somebody comes into the business, for 30 days, the first 30 days, you can move that person anywhere you want to in your organization. So I could move somebody down into someone else's organization from my front line. And pay attention to this. The volume that you move with them, if they have volume, if they have a downline, when you move that, that goes underneath that organization, and it counts for their Infinii pay. They'll get paid on that, and it counts for their milestone checks. And I'll show you how to hit these. So this is the entire rewards plan in a nutshell. Now, if I go to the next page on this, we start seeing caps, and we start seeing how much money you can make per leg, right? And so this is definitely something that we'll get in your hands. Reginald can send this out to you guys. We can get this out to you. It's in your back office. But in order to hit these ranks that we just talked about, these manager ranks, regional, national, global, and start getting money in your pocket, what you need is 50 volume for your first rank. So if you have somebody come in, 50 business volume, and that can come from anywhere in our ecosystem, right? It's not just Infinii, so we can get into a bigger conversation about that. But if you had somebody come in, let's say at the prime level, they signed up for $50, boom, you're a builder. And you can earn $25 per leg that you have in your organization, $25. If you had 400 in volume, you can now earn $50 per leg. And by the way, if you had 400 in volume, you just hit your first milestone of 50, all right, $50. So the ranks are easy from here on out. From this manager rank, it's easy. So if I signed up 3 people at the surge level, I would be a manager. I'd be making $50 in my residual income, right, per leg, $50 per leg. So it'd probably come out to $150 if I'm building 3 legs. And I would have hit this manager milestone. Okay, and my upline would have check matched that 20. My upline's upline would have check matched that 20. So there's your building blocks right there. Hit manager. Now I'm going to show you how we can go all the way up to the top of this rewards plan. Okay, this is how you do it. If I brought in 3 people, I'd hit manager at the if they came in at the surge level. All I have to do is help those 3 get to manager. If I did that, I would by default be a regional manager. If they were on my level 1, I would hit regional manager, guys. If I did that 3 more times, I would hit national. So if I help those 3 managers hit regional, I'm a national. If I help those 3 regionals hit national, I'm a director or a global manager. And if I help those 3 nationals hit global, I'm a director. Okay, and at this level, this is where that life-changing income really kicks in. You know, we know by the numbers that most people, if they had $5,000 a month coming in the door, and you know, I can't see a chat here, so I'm going to ask this question. I want you to shake your head with me. I want you to answer this to me, even though I can't see it, because I know the answer is going to be yes. Would $5,000, for most of you out there, would $5,000 a month put you in a totally different situation, basically giving you the option to walk away from your job? And if that's the case, this is the rank you really want to shoot for, okay? Because that's about what happens at the residual level, at this director level. Now, in doing that and hitting that goal, let's say this was your goal, in hitting that goal as you move up, you've done a couple things, all right? You've hit manager, regional, national, global. You've got that $1,000 in milestones, and you've obviously helped 3 people do the same, which means you've check matched them. And if they've done the same, then you've check matched those as well. So there's a lot of money in this rewards plan as you move up to those residual incomes. All right, we put a lot of money, pretty much 40% of the rewards plan, at the front in milestones, because we know that when folks like Reginald come in here and they blow this thing out and they start helping people hit these ranks, we need to have a lot of money in their pocket, and that's exactly what this does. And these kind of milestones early on in the rewards plan is what drives the entire rewards plan, helping people get money in their pocket early while they're working on that residual income. Okay? While they're working on that residual income. So that is the game plan for you guys to come in here, help as many people as possible hit those milestones, and that's it. You'll see your business explode. You get to this director level, and you're going to have some decisions to make, right? Because this is that level where people really start making huge money. So this is the rewards plan now. Something happens at director though, and I want you guys to think back, especially the leaders that are watching this, because I know, I know the kind of people that that hang around the unit of prosperity. You guys are smart. You know what you're doing. You know rewards plans. You know e-commerce. All right. I mean, you've been trained well. I mean, that's why Reginald and Keisha have done such an amazing job helping people, right? I mean, you guys know what you're doing, so you'll understand this. When people grow in income, okay, in any kind of network marketing company, and they set on a path to build 3 legs to maximize the rewards plan, what inevitably happens is one of those legs is not going to perform like the others, right? One's not going to perform as good as the other 2 legs. And so what we did at this level, what we did at the director level and beyond, is instead of seeing these numbers multiply by 3, you start seeing them multiply by 2, because we wanted to make sure that people can smash out senior director, executive director, and presidential director, and so on, even if 2 of their legs are running and one of them is requiring more effort, right? If one's not doing as good as the others. We understand that that happens at around this level, and that's why we did that. So in order to get past director, you need to help 2 of those 3 original people hit director. You help them hit director, you're a senior director. All right? You help those senior directors, or those directors hit senior, you're an executive, and so on and so forth, all the way up the rewards plan. And what you'll see every step of the way, while these numbers are doubling, the income per leg that you can create is also basically doubling for you. All right, $2,000 per line at senior director, $4,000 at executive, $7,500 at presidential, all the way up to $125,000 per line. And if you had 3 lines and you max that out, you're looking at $375,000 that you could pull out of this in residuals, just in this one Infinity pay, just this 10%. So this rewards plan, like I said, it hasn't been done before. And we went through a couple different iterations of rewards plans before we got to this, because the industry standard and the industry average and what people are doing, we knew we could always beat that, because from an operational standpoint, you got to understand we don't have COGS. We don't have cost of goods. We don't have to move a physical beverage across the world and pay for staffing and all that to do that. We don't have to do that. This is a digital online company. This is an e-commerce company first with a network marketing rewards plan. Okay, an e-commerce company with a network marketing rewards plan. So we don't need to have those cost of goods, which means we can pay out so much more in our rewards plan than anybody else. Like I said, roughly 40% goes into these milestones. Okay, and you see how much else is getting paid out across the board. So we're pretty excited to bring this to the market. We've seen people flourishing with it, and do not underestimate the ability to place people. When you bring people in, the ability to place folks underneath other folks and get them to hit different ranks is huge for you guys. It's huge for you guys. I think you guys can see the power of this. And I want to see if Keisha or Reginald, if you guys have any questions about this. Is there anything else you want me to cover on the rewards plan?
Yes, I actually do, because I'm pretty sure, coming from a binary compensation plan, when people hear legs, it kind of brings fear.
Yeah. So, I mean,
so
yeah,
you're clear on that. So, for example, do we have to get binary qualified, or to earn money off any of our legs?
No.
Okay, so say for example, if Sam comes into business and Keisha puts 3 people underneath Sam, does that mean that Sam can earn off those 3 people even though he didn't sponsor them without any qualification?
Yep. Even if he didn't sponsor them, he can earn off of them. You could, I mean, and not only that, but it'll trigger milestones for him as well, right? So, I mean, literally, what I could do is I could bring somebody in. I could bring in Sam here, and I could put 3 people in his downline and start triggering milestones, and have them hit milestones. They could theoretically hit all of the milestones without lifting a finger. And this is we know that that's not the typical case, right? We know that's not the typical case, but too many companies make you jump through so many hoops just to earn in the rewards plan of the company that you're building. It's really ridiculous, and we've used multiple rewards plans. And the one thing you'll find about us is if something doesn't work, and if it doesn't get the action that we're looking for, which is the average person getting money in their pocket, then we'll make those changes. We'll change it, and that's what we've done. And so this is where we've ended, and this is, I think, this is it. For those of you who don't know, if you're watching this for the first time, our members have done $2.4 billion in e-commerce sales. Our company has always been about helping the average person succeed. Because I was in network marketing, I hit the top ranks in multiple companies, and I did that from tents in South Korea when I was in the military, right? In the United States Air Force, serving my country, hitting top ranks in companies from tents in South Korea. The average person's not going to do that, right? The average person's not going to be like Reginald and sponsor 1,000 people into a network marketing company. Okay, it's not going to happen. So the rewards plan has to be designed around how do we get the average person as much success as possible. And what we've seen so far in this industry, it's been the exact opposite. It's been how do we get the top guy the most money possible. But they're missing something. They're missing something key there. That top guy's not going to hold on to his giant check for very long if his organizations aren't making money. Either they're going to dissolve and he's going to go look for another company and jump, or he's going to be like Reginald and say, I can't do this anymore. Yes, I'm making a lot of money, but my goodness, I feel like I'm the only one and it's lonely here. So one of those two things is going to happen. So these jumping through hoops and rigmaroles, we've gotten rid of them.
Okay, awesome. And so I just want to make sure people get it because when I saw this, I mean, literally we've been up looking at the comp plan with it, like, I mean, it's unbelievable. So you're saying, because I want to make sure that people are getting it, because I'm looking at the comments come up. So if 3 people will place, I mean, hypothetically speaking, okay, 3 people will place underneath Sam. Not only would that trigger a $50 bonus for Sam, but it also triggers a milestone override for Keisha since she sponsors Sam.
That's right. And the upline, 10%.
Okay, so I want you guys to really understand, okay, the power behind this compensation plan, and the reason why the decision wasn't really a decision to make once we really understood it, because we've been doing this a long time, and we've been in a lot of companies, we sponsored a lot of people, and there's some people that come into the industry, again, that cannot sponsor like us, that can't recruit like us, and we wanted to be in a place to where we can put our teams in a position to where we don't have to take all the money and then just watch the team suffer. Now we can place people underneath people strategically to not only put checks in their pocket, but also as a team as a whole. And in addition to that, aside from the recruiting piece, because you're not limited to recruiting, but you also have a product that you can go out and make a significant income as well, right? You're learning on how to do things on e-commerce. They have other things they're going to be talking about tonight, that you have both sides that you can play on, whether you decide to recruit or not. If you don't want to recruit and you only want to focus on e-commerce, we have people making a lot of money on the e-commerce side as well. So we've never seen a model that not only you have a rewards plans like this that you can truly sow into your team and help your team, but also you have a product that you can make money from whether you sell it to someone else or not, and not just, a couple dollars a week or whatever, okay? You can make multiple 6 figures if you want to do that with e-commerce. You can make a couple $100 a month if you want to do that with e-commerce. So there's really no cap on your earnings when it comes to e-commerce, or really here on the flip side if you decide to go out and share this with people.
Definitely, definitely. And real quick, I know we've got Nikki and Parrish on here, and I really want to hear what they have to say, but because they're phenomenal. And I do want to tell you guys one thing though, real quick too, because I get this question a lot, Reg, and I think that you're going to get it too. A lot of people ask, what's the difference between DS domination and Infinii? Do you mind if I handle that real quick? Can I tackle that?
Yes,
I think
absolutely. And you can
yes.
also talk
I
about
think I'm getting
the different product levels too, because people don't know what's in this sale.
definitely. So the thing is with DS domination, real quick, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this because that's not what this is about. But when we started this whole e-commerce thing, again, DS domination, 140,000 people, it came in there. But again, I kind of went over some of the differences. But the main difference on a product level is we knew that, and we see this, and you guys will see this if you're in e-commerce. If you nod your head or let me know, let Reginald know if I'm spot on this. I cannot expect you to make a six-figure income on the product side with just one strategy. Okay, that is going to take it's going to take a while. I can tell you the strategy to do it with, but it's going to take a while. So if you're bringing somebody in, it's going to take you a long time to get to that unless you have multiple income streams within e-commerce, multiple platforms, eBay, Bonanza, Amazon. So this is the lowest, this is the prime level inside of Infinii right here. Okay? And in DS domination, what we taught at the pro level was eBay. Okay? That's what we taught there. eBay. eBay. At the prime level here, you have eBay, you have Amazon Shop for Profits, you have Bonanza, and for your international folks, and this, guys, I want you to think of these three tabs as being my basic training. Okay, this is not where it ends. This is where it begins. When you go in here and start looking at creating your eBay account and things of that nature, it doesn't end there, right? This is your foundation, and in multiple languages. Okay, because this is a global company. DS Domination was primarily US based, with some folks around the world here and there. Today, fast forward with Infinii, with this company, guys, we had an event last weekend in South Korea. We have events all over the world happening at any given time, and you'll see that in the back office. You'll see that we did a 5-city tour in Europe. Okay, we have huge Greece teams. We have folks in Indonesia rocking this thing out. We have people in Korea that have giant teams. This is international in a way that DS Domination was never designed to be. Okay, so these three tabs right here are just the beginning. You also have every Saturday we get on, we do training. Okay, every Saturday. We also have a master class. All right, and you guys can come back here and see every Saturday, June 2nd, all the way down to January 31st. And you'll be able to come back here and register for these webinars and go back here and watch the recording if you couldn't make it. We totally understand it. This is an hour and 27 minutes. This last Saturday, this is what we do every Saturday. Every Saturday we have an e-commerce training to keep you up to speed on what's going on. Again, this is just the basic training over here. Here's where you really plug in and get that training week in and week out every single week. If you're international, if you're watching this from overseas, we got you covered. If you're in Bulgaria, we got you some webinars here you guys can come back and watch. We do training in Bulgaria, right? We do training all over the place. If you have German teams, Greek teams, Polish teams, Russian teams, you're in South Korea, you're Spanish speaking, we've got you covered. And we didn't do this in DS Domination. It wasn't set up for that. We also have a master class, okay, that you can come in and go. Once you're done and you're getting up there and you're saying, look, I'm getting profits, I'm in profit, this is amazing, go back and watch the master class, get more education, okay? Check that out. These are all 30 minutes, an hour long, stuff like that. But the real power of the system doesn't lie in just training, because anybody can train, right? Any guru can pop out and say, I'm going to teach you something. You could go buy a Udemy course and just get some training. This is ongoing training. But one thing that we have in here that nobody else has are the tools. Okay, we actually had a product lister that we released in DS Domination, and it tracked your stuff, it tracked your eBay sales, and that's important for many reasons. If you don't understand it, that's fine. But just understand that that software was built on industry standards at the time. Now we've taken that to a whole new level with the tracking software and the tool suite that we have in here. And so once you get back here, it's really on your day-to-day operations. You're going to be in here leveraging the software. The training is there, but we also have the software that's going to automate a lot of your business. and it's been built over the last few years from the ground up for technology that nobody else is using for their listing tools. Totally different way. So we're pretty excited about that as well. And guys, this is all at the Prime level, right? Now, at Prime, you're really talking about eBay, Amazon, and Bonanza. Once you get into the Surge level, which is where the real money's made, you start getting into a lot of the advanced techniques that we don't share anywhere else. The advanced eBay training, advanced techniques, and we teach you how to use self-managed platforms, okay? So when you guys get into self-managed platforms, how to set up your domain name, creating your WooCommerce accounts, right? We teach you how to manage your own thing, and this takes you from having one income stream to multiple. We also teach you Shopify. That's a big thing out there, right? It's pretty easy to do if you do it correctly. You'll learn how to do that here. And we have special tools that are only available at the Surge level, and of course Surge International training that we do. So a lot of the tools that you'll find when you're back here, you'll have access to most of it, but not all of it unless you're at Surge. So this is really the level that I would say, if somebody asked me what level do I need to be at, this would be it, right? Surge, because now you're having all, not only access to every part of the tools and all of the training and all the tools that come along with that. So all the automation software that's going to manage all your accounts, the things that are going to go in there and check your prices and change them. You get more features that get tacked onto that. That really is the difference between that person who's going kind of part-time to that person going full-time. So this is my my favorite level for sure. Being back here, especially when you look at all the tools that get unlocked with that. Okay, pretty cool. So I just thought that needed to be said, because a lot of people want to compare the two companies, and really DS Domination at the lowest level taught you eBay, but then we have other products that get tacked onto that, and as time goes by, they're priced pretty high. They're priced pretty high. They're priced with the market, what they should be priced at. I feel like over here in Infinii, the prices are a little bit too low compared to what you're getting over there, because you're actually learning how to do a lot of those things that we kind of initially taught in your Genesis levels and your Monopoly levels and things of that nature. All right, so I think you guys are going to love this for those of you who are out here. And if Reg can see the chats, guys, let him know what you think of this for those of you who are in here. Okay, let him know what you think about this. Let him know what you think about the difference for those of you who are in Infinii, because I know you're raving about it, especially a lot of our tool suites that are in here. So I'm gonna shut up because I could talk all day, but I appreciate it, and let me turn this back over to you, Reginald.
All right, appreciate it. And again, if you guys are watching this Hangout at any time, you can click the button below the video. Yes, I am ready to join to go ahead and get started tonight on our team. We do recommend that you start at the Surge level, because that does put you in a position to earn that job replacement income. However, if you're not able to do that, at the very least, you can get in for $60 or $50 at the Prime level. But the Surge level is where you should be at, okay, because it's going to put you in a better position financially. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring up Nikki and Parrish, who are the VP of Operations at Infinii. I don't know if they're here. Nikki and Parrish, are you there?
Yes, we are here. Can you guys hear us?
Yes, we hear you loud and clear. How y'all doing?
Not too bad. We're looking at the screen, listening to Kevin.
All right, thanks for coming out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it over to you so you all can share with the audience about whatever you want to talk about.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you guys for having us. It's been a long time since I've been out here with the UOP, and it's nice to be back. Thanks, Kev, and Miss Keisha Bass. Thank you, guys. There's a lot of exciting things that we have going on with Infinii. Kevin mentioned a bunch of them, but you know what? There's still some stuff left, and we'll just touch briefly, on some of those things that are left and some different things. And with that being said, let's just get into some general stuff. All these other packages and programs out there, they get you in, and then they just keep selling you different things. And that initial investment grows and grows and grows until the point where it's like it's huge. It's like, I didn't know I was going to have to pay for all this stuff. With Infinii, really, you're getting, as Kevin's shown you, you're getting a complete package. You're getting everything in there. and you're not going to be nickel and dime with different things to upsell and different apps that you're going to have to buy just to make more money off you guys. We're here because we want you guys to make money. And Nick?
No, I mean, you hit it right on the nose. I mean, just from Kevin going through the back office, that should be a clear just presentation. If anybody's been in e-commerce, if you're one of our former DSD members, and you will see an instant difference between the two models. The core concept, of course, being the same, but look at what you're getting in Prime. I mean, guys, you're getting eBay, you're getting Bonanza, you're getting FBA. Come on, people paid $2,000 for that. If you were to get the entire suite before, you're talking about Amazon, eBay, Bonanza, Shopify, all of that stuff, guys. People were coming out of pocket literally about $2,000, $2,500 just for that. And on top of that, you had a reoccurring $200 a month fee just for the tools, just to have access to the tools. You're getting all of that. Like Reginald said, 149 is going to be the best place for you to come in at. You're going to get tools for not just eBay. You're getting tools for eBay. You're getting tools for Bonanza. I mean, little birdie told me there's some pretty cool tools for FBA as well. But that's something that's absolutely. That's unheard of, that's absolutely unheard of. And this is a business model where you can literally come in and not even joking, you can start to be profitable day one. Have somebody come in, around lunchtime, go through the training, take your tail outside, do a couple of shopping trips, hit up a dollar store or something, send some stuff in, list some stuff on Amazon or eBay, and boom, there you go.
You're in there.
You're making money. I mean, and that's just something that is just so unheard of. If eBay is working, you're working your eBay piece, but you also now have training for FBA. You also now have training for Shopify, and it's not just Shopify, guys. There's other third-party selling sites that are covered in the training. And I mean, look, I get excited, and I'm look, Parrish.
Okay, so as you can see, Nikki is definitely excited about a lot of this stuff. But let's also talk about another tool that you get, which is Marketplace, and you'll be able to revert vendors in the Marketplace, and you'll actually be able to leverage their sales and their profits and their prosperity in the e-commerce.
You rolled in prosperity.
I did roll in prosperity. That was pretty cool, right? Yeah. And you'll be able to leverage those sales that vendor makes that you bring in your commission structure. Okay, so
I take that one step further, guys. On your eBay, on your Bonanza, on your Amazon. So those are the three main platforms, of course, that people are using in e-commerce. What Infinii Market is going to do is it's going to open up a whole range of vendors and products that you may not have access to right now. A lot of times our members are drop shipping from Walmart and Targets and whoever else out there. What we're going to do is we're taking that middleman out of the picture and bringing the products directly to you.
From the manufacturer.
Absolutely, from the manufacturer. So a lot of times you're going to be able to drop ship directly from the Infinii Market. You're going to be able to purchase in bulk if you're sending in stuff to FBA. You're going to be able to use it in so many different ways to just have as another resource for you. But like Parrish said, Parrish and Kevin brought up the old holding tank. Parrish mentioned about bringing in those vendors, and guys, that's unheard of. Look, I don't even know how to place it in words. That's absolutely unheard of. I mean, Reginald and Keisha, you guys picked the perfect time to relaunch, big time. With the Infinii Market coming out there, all of the UOP members will have the opportunity. You can do it now. You join now, you become a partner, you now have the ability to refer those vendors into our Infinii Market.
That's correct. And when you refer those vendors, so say for instance you're not a builder, but you have a few manufacturers, you're doing really good in your eBay sales and your Amazon sales, you're doing really good there, and you have these set vendors that you like to go to. Okay, what if you referred those vendors into the Marketplace? Mm-hmm. What happens is when you refer that vendor goes into a holding tank in your compensation plan. Now, what you can do, Kevin, remember what Kevin said about being able to place that? They stay in that holding tank for 30 days, and you can place them anywhere to increase that volume. Guess what? Mm-hmm. You can do that with those vendors, too. So you don't have to be a builder. Okay? This should be blowing your mind right now because you don't have to be a builder. What if you brought in me and Nikki? Okay.
Me and Nikki.
Nikki and I, is that right? Me and Nikki.
I'm gonna leave
Nikki
that
and
one.
I. Okay. But what if you brought us in as your sponsored person, and we just blow up Amazon? You don't have to be a builder. Okay. You just place us under somebody and let our volume flow up, and help that whole line.
What if you brought in someone who makes like Shopkins? You know, what if you brought in the vendor that makes Shopkins? Anybody with a young child that's a female knows about Shopkins. But
look, Reginald knows. Look at the look on his face. He knows about Shopkins.
But what if you brought in somebody that made that produced that type of toy that is so popular, especially with Q4 coming up? Imagine all the sales that would go through the marketplace. And because you referred that particular vendor, if you referred that particular vendor, that's volume. Come on now, that's volume.
Yes,
just like you said, if you're not a builder, if you don't go out and recruit other people, but you've got a wholesaler base or you've got a vendor base, prime opportunity, absolutely prime opportunity. So that's something that's coming up big time in the future. So I mean, on top of just producing the whole e-commerce platform, the e-commerce training, the e-commerce tools, as if that wasn't enough, you've got the most awesome comp plan out there. As if that wasn't enough, you've got the marketplace out there that's going to help you. You see how this whole thing is in one big circle, and it kind of keeps you right in this ball where you need to be, so you're not having to branch out, and you're not going to have 45 different things coming out of your bank account as far as subscriptions every month. You're going to have Infinii. And that's going to be all you need, because it's going to encompass every little piece, every facet of the business, from the marketing side. I mean, Kevin did.
We like to call it our ecosystem.
Just one big ball, Infinii, the Infinii world. You're not going to have to leave. You're going to get, your accountant is going to be so happy with you at the end of the year, because you're not going to have 5 million different transactions from different apps. It's going to be so easy to do your taxes, because everything's going to say, oh, Infinii. Bam, you've got only one transaction.
Can we add like 2 more things?
Sorry, that's the account in me.
Can we also add in Infinii
There's more?
Digital? Yes,
Get
Infinii
out.
Digital. How about that?
I can't take it.
Kev touched on that as well, but we're just going to step in the door a little bit, and maybe he can finish off if there's a need to. But also, you have Infinii Digital, where you can refer your own digital products in there. So say, for instance, you created a digital product, or you have a product that you feel will be useful to other people. You can sell that. You can put that product in the digital marketplace, which is, again, another part of that ecosystem. Like Nikki said, and like Kevin was saying, we're giving you a whole system in order to operate in, where you don't have to go outside of that system. And this system is one that's tried, it's true, and it's trusted. You don't have to worry about whether or not something is not going to work, or if something's not true, because we're putting all of that work into making sure that every product that we bring you in Infinii is spot on. There's no, we're taking the guesswork out of there for you.
Plug and play. It's like a plug and play. You plug into the business, and absolutely everything just starts on autopilot in the background.
So I mean, stores.
They can't handle stores.
They can't handle stores.
Can't handle it.
You guys don't want to know about stores, do you? You really
handle
don't. No, we're going to give you a little taste of stores too, just to let you know why this is an awesome time for you guys to come in. Okay. Also have stores. I mean, what stores is going to do? It's going to completely automate your buying and selling process. Now where you're doing your Amazon and eBay and all that stuff, you got to source it from one place, and you got to go buy it. You got to track it and make sure that once that item does sell, that it's still at the same price, and that when it sells, that you can go buy it. And if that particular supplier is out of it, then you got to find somebody else. Guess what stores does for you, Nikki?
It ties. Infinii Stores is going to tie back into Infinii Market. So we've got all of these vendors and suppliers in Infinii Market. There's going to be a little box out to the side that's going to say, hey, you can list this in your Infinii store. When a purchase is made, it's
goes
so crazy.
to the marketplace, orders the item,
it's one big circle.
Pay for it.
It
ships and does all that within that whole ecosystem, guys. You're not doing anything. There's no more sitting at the computer anymore, making sure that what you've listed is still there when you go to buy it after it sells. There's no more of that. That's getting ready to go away. So you guys are
big circle.
really in a good time here. really in a good time. I mean, that's all I think you guys got enough for. So, Reginald, we'll turn it back over to you unless you guys got some questions or want some more, or Kevin wants to jump in and just really keep just feeding you guys, juicy steaks.
Juicy steaks.
Okay, appreciate it. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to turn it over to KB. KB, I'm going to allow her to take it over. So, Keisha, what you got for us?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I had to put my hair back in a ponytail and everything. I was like, I've only, so I want to, just, personally just say thank you to Kevin, to Nikki and Parrish and stuff for coming on here and being a part of this inaugural, what's it called? Is that the word? Is that how you say it? I'm from the country too, Reginald. You be trying to act like you from Alabama and stuff. I'm from the country too, so sometimes I have a little bit, a little problem saying some words myself, KB does. But, I just want to say, even on this, hangout that we're doing here now, I think I've probably sponsored like 5 people, into this, and it's just amazing to have something that right? You're going to put people in, and regardless if they become a Keisha Bass or they become a Reginald Stinson, or if they, Nikki and Parrish, what I'm saying, like they become any of us, I know that if they plug into, the community and into the training, I know these people can get results. I can guarantee you, if you don't do anything, if you never watch the training, if you don't go to Saturday training, then you won't make it here, you won't make it anywhere, right? That's just put it like that. So I'm just so elated, so excited. My inbox is literally blowing up as people are like texting me like, my head is down because it's just so many people that are ready to win. And I've always been about people winning, right? That's just been my whole thing. I had the Winning Women Network, and I've always been about, people being able to win. And, Reginald and I, we've gone off and done some things, and yes, we still made money, and, a few of us still, made some money. But when we look back over our, journey and stuff with the UOP, it was e-commerce, and it's kind of funny because, him and I we weren't talking about this, but we were talking about this, and we got on the phone one day, and I was just like, look, we were thinking about some stuff, and, and we were already like, coming, leaning this way because we were like, man, we want people to win, So I'm really excited about it and excited about the 5 people that I just sponsored that I'll have to give or sponsor place. Right, because my front line is full, which they were talking about that. It's it's just so exciting to be in a position that now we can just just help people win big. So if I were you, right, like if I were in your physical shoes, I always say that. So, if I were in your physical shoes, right, and I was a visitor, someone invited me to this hangout tonight, then I would be clicking the button as fast as possible, and I would get positioned because as Kevin said, earlier, we just know how to do things over here at the UOP. I mean, it's just no big secret. Not to boast nor to brag, but if we just know how to do it, right? We know how to build community and really just rock out what we do. And so this is going to be life-changing for many of you. If you've been wanting to fire your boss, I need to go get my Fire Your Boss bracelet, Reginald. I think I still have those. So if you've been, wanting to fire your boss, and this is it. This is really it. If not this, then what? That's what I always like to ask people. If not this, then what is it gonna be, right? It's just time to take massive action. You guys know that's my thing. Hey, take massive action. Get in the training. People say, Keisha, what should I do? Man, you should get in this training. You should take massive action because we're getting ready to head into the biggest shopping season of this entire year. There's going to be more money made in the next couple of months into the first part of next year. It's going to be ridiculous, right? And regardless if you recruit somebody or not, you could get paid, right? And the Witherspoons know how to get paid, okay? And so I'm like, wherever they are, I'm coming, okay? I'm there. I'm like, where are you guys at? Okay, I'm coming there, right? So it's an amazing partnership with just the best of the best, right? Where can you go? You got KB, Project. So I'll keep the party going all the time. Maybe we can get over to Japan, Kevin. We can have get over there and hang out and stuff like that. So anyway, so yeah, that's what that's I'm excited. Thanks so much, Reginald, for having me on, for doing this. I had to dust off. You see this, you guys? You guys know what that says? You guys want? It says top 10 recruiter of all time, baby. So I need a 2016 something 2017. So so it's time to go. So I'm ready to go. Go.
All right, we got people that came want to hang out late, and they're asking about the sign-up packages. The Prime, Surge, and Excel. So can somebody go over that again really quick? Kevin, we can hear you, Kev. Not now.
Now you got me.
Yes.
Okay. So really it comes down to this. And I'll actually turn my screen on real quick. And then I'll go back here. I'll show you guys the back office one more time. So here we are in the back office again. Now, Prime, Surge, and Excel. Okay. Prime is that kind of like that toe in the water, right? That toe in the water. And I would highly recommend, if you guys are out there and you're looking, especially if you're looking to build this on the rewards plan side, or if you don't want to dilly-dally, you want to get in here, you want to run, you want to move, and you want to have access to more income streams, because that's what it comes down to, is more income streams in Surge. Prime, you're looking at eBay, Amazon Shop for Profits, Bonanza. Now, a lot of the tools that we have in here you'll be able to use, but there's going to be some that you're not going to be able to have access to unless you are a Surge member, and it's going to make all the difference in the world. Okay, but when you're at the Surge level, not only you get access to more of the tools, but you're also looking at more advanced training. A lot of the tips and the tricks that that are not taught on the Saturday webinars, that we don't teach that stuff. That's more for the Prime levels. Getting you up and running, getting you unstuck, getting you moving into your business, mastering the tools you have access to. But at the Surge level, there's a lot of information and a lot of tools that you just don't have at that Prime level. And I'm telling you, it's going to make all the difference in the world when we talk about SEO, your eBay store, okay, optimizations for your advanced listing creator, because you can come back here, guys, and in the tools, you can create your listings right here in the back office. Okay, you can add in a URL, create your listings, publish it on over eBay. You can view your eBay sales report. It'll track everything for you, and you can update your eBay settings. But you can also get into Bonanza, your Bonanza settings. So you're not only selling on eBay, but you're selling on Bonanza. And a lot of these functions are only available at that Surge level. So I would definitely get in there, or else you're going to find out that some stuff you can't use in the tools. Okay, Amazon management, you're going to have a lot of stuff done for you automated as well. Again, you've got to be at the Surge for a lot of this stuff. But for those of you who are in Shopify, and let Reginald know, because I can't see the chat, if you've done any kind of Shopify, all right, the advanced training for that is right here at Surge. The different tool sets that we have in here, creating social media accounts and doing social signals, automatic eBay emailing. We launched this thing called Supremacy and DS Domination, and we brought it back. And that product was our most retained product, period. That means for everyone that got on there, we had more people in retention on this product than anything we've ever done, and we're giving it to you in Surge at the Surge level. So make sure you're in there so you can take advantage of that. All right, and especially for international folks, if you want that advanced training, you definitely need to be in here. Excel are going to be for those of you folks who are interested in really running your brand. Okay, so we've all heard about FBA. Okay, we've all heard about Fulfillment by Amazon. And we have some people doing massive numbers in here with FBA. But this is our entire course on how to do that. Previously, this was called Genesis, okay, inside of DS Domination. It's been all redone, all rebranded, all updated, everything, so where you can get into your intro for Amazon, designing your brand, okay, getting your trademarks, creating your logos, finding the niche you're going to operate in, finding the actual products that are going to be successful for you, and contacting people from China, contacting those folks and negotiating prices, okay, actually doing those things in negotiations. You get to see all that stuff live. Okay, shipping from China, the Amazon ranking formula, All right, how do you actually outrank and outbeat everybody else that is competing against you? This stuff is huge because this training was really updated. It's updated almost daily, but it was the last time it was launched in this format was about a month and a half ago. Okay, images, picking your images, your design, your packaging, doing it all yourself, teaching you how to kind of take charge of the stuff, listing basics, how do you create your listings, and then we have some bonus training that is gonna blow your socks off. Okay, so that's our Excel level, and every level builds upon the other. Okay, and it's not separate subscriptions. It's all one subscription. For those of you who are looking to build a successful business with FBA, then Excel is going to be where you want to be. All right, if that's where you're going to. All right, for those of you who want to come in here and have multiple income streams and really get the definitive edge when it comes to eBay and when it comes to self-managed platforms like WooCommerce and Shopify, and get the tools needed to do these things, then you want to be at that surge level, right? You want to be at that surge level. If you've never done any kind of e-commerce and it's a toe in the water thing, and you're okay with a few $100s a month, or you're not trying to make a 10K income, you're not trying to go to the moon, you're not trying to go real far, then Prime, right? This is all you'd really need, right? But for those of you who are really looking to just destroy this thing, and you're not a toe in the water kind of person, you're a take action, I'm going to make a decision, I'm going to get in here, I'm going to earn, I'm going to learn this stuff, and I'm going to leverage all the tools at my disposal, Surge. So I hope that kind of answers that question. I'm always going to recommend when people come in, Surge, 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 Surge. Right? That's my recommendation. That's Kevin's official recommendation. And I want to talk to you real quick. Does that answer that question, Reginald?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, because I want to talk about one thing. Let me turn this off. So a lot of you guys, if you're on here, you probably, at this stage right now, if you're watching this, then you know Reginald and you know Keisha and you know the unit of prosperity. You know the marketing that Reginald has done and this whole team has done. You know the tool suites that they've put out there. You know these things. You've seen these things. You've probably lived through them, and your bank account's a lot better for it. These guys, this group, they don't make moves lightly. Okay, they make moves knowing what the outcome is going to be, and that's a huge difference. Most people jump into a company and they don't know what the outcome is going to be. They hope that they're going to do good. They hope that they're going to change lives. They hope that stuff happens, but they don't know. They don't start with the ending in mind. They don't start going, here's where we're going, and this is how we're going to get there. They start there with, I'm starting here. Okay, what are we doing? And so it's a totally different way of operating your business, and it's a totally different way of building teams. And you guys are in one of the only places that I've seen that mentality always play out. Okay, we're going to come in, we're going to end up here, and we're going to have all these people end up here with us. They know how to get you there. They've done it before. They've changed thousands of lives, or else you probably wouldn't be on this hangout, right? So I would follow their lead into what they're doing here with Infinii. It's a totally different situation than you've been involved with. It encompasses so much more than just the drop shipping side. We touched on digital. Okay, we touched on the fact that you can go out there now, for those of you who are content creators, and if you're going to launch a course here in the near future, you can launch it inside of Infinii Digital. And when somebody purchases, hey, some of that volume gets pushed up through the rewards plan. So this isn't something that you're going to start. And if you're starting this with the mindset of, I'm going to see if this works and try this out, then I wouldn't be in that situation. I would start with the mindset like Reginald did and what Keisha did. They start with the mindset of, we know where this is going to be. We know where it's going to end. We're going to get to this number. We're going to get here with these people. We're going to take all these people to this level of income that is going to change their lives. You saw their mission statement. And they wouldn't be here with this company at this time right now unless they knew they could hit that mission statement with what they're doing here. So you guys are in the right place. You can consider that my testimonial, okay? Because I'll tell you, they've done amazing things, like stuff I haven't seen in this industry. Reginald, you can hold up that check in the background. I know we're not supposed to do that, but it's pretty darn big. And Keisha owes me, she needs to sing the national anthem at one of our events. So, yeah, there it is. There it is right there. Look at that, 900 Come on. And that's not updated. I can get you an updated one if you want me to. So, I mean, it's ridiculous what they can do, and they can help you guys hit these goals. All right? They've done it before. They know how to do it, and they're passionate about it. All right? So, hey, I'm excited you guys are here. I'm excited what you're doing. I'm excited for those of you who are watching this, most of all, because you've just accidentally, or maybe, well, it probably wasn't accidental. If you're watching this on the replay, it was Reginald running some traffic to where you'd see it because he knew you're the right kind of person to be in here. So it's not an accident, but you're on to something that's amazing here, and you're on with a team that has nothing but your best interests at heart. That's what these guys do. That's what they do. They help average people succeed. It's what they do, and you can't even debate it. It's been documented over and over and over again. So you're in the right spot. Yeah. And we could get into more stuff. I could talk to you about Infinii Network and how we're doing the marketing platforms over there. We've got marketing suites in here for you guys. Infinii Digital's coming out. I know this is getting a little bit longer. I would like to hop out on another hangout here pretty soon, Reginald, if you can make that happen, because there's more stuff on the marketing side that I'd love to go over with your teams and what we can do here with them and how we can help them. I know you've got a lot of that covered anyway, but we good.
Okay, cool. Can you hear me?
I gotcha.
Okay, we lost Keisha. She was supposed to close us out. Keisha? All right, but maybe she dropped. But, guys, if you're watching this hangout, click the link below to get started or get back with the person who invited you to get started. Now, as you see here, this was not a selfish move. This was a selfless move because I was in a place where, even in the last company that I was in, where, yes, I made multiple six figures, but then I'm looking at the matches from everybody else, and they weren't making any money. So, there was a decision I had to make. If I was going to continue on and really lead people in something, that we wanted to make sure, not only as a community, but myself personally, that I'm putting people in something that I know, regardless of background, regardless of skill set that they may have. And I see the comments popping up, and people are still joining right now and inboxing me right now on Facebook, blowing me up. Welcome, everybody. But regardless of all of that, that you have an opportunity and a chance to make money, right? You have a chance to make money, because I take this very seriously. When people come to you and they're looking for an opportunity to make money, the way that I view it personally is that people are entrusting you to really point them in the right direction they need to go, that will put them in a position to do whatever it is that they desire to do for themselves, their family, and their lives. I don't take that lightly. So we as an organization had to make a decision that, hey, if we're going to continue on with this industry and what we're doing, we want to make sure that we are putting people in a place that they can make money, not only if they share the program, and not only should they be able to share the program, but they can share the program with less resistance, without people saying, hey, I don't want to do that, whatever. All right? But also on the flip side of that, okay, they're able to make money from the product. And that is huge, right? And this is not a knock against product companies at all, so I don't want you all to think that this is a bash, because even before I actually started building the product company, I order products. The products are great, whatever it is you sell, right? The products are great, they work. But the problem is with most people is that they order these products every month, and they have a shelf full of these products that they can't sell money from. But now, for the first time, from what I've seen, okay, and this is just facts, all right, you have a product, a digital product. If you want to call it auto ship, you can call it that. That for the first time, that if you sell this to somebody else or not, that you can go through the training and you can create an income stream. And not just an income stream, you can create a full-time income stream whether you sell that to someone else or not. That's called a no-brainer. That's called putting yourself in a place to win long-term. Not only just by you going out and trying to be a salesperson, or for those people that may be introverts that don't want to talk to people at all. We do have people that want to work from home, right? But they're introverts and they don't want to deal with people. So in a traditional model, you're like, hey, you can't do that. You got to go out and sell somebody. You got to do a party or what have you, right? But in e-commerce, you don't have to deal with people, really, from a physical standpoint, even talk to people, especially doing FBA, right? I love FBA, all right? Especially doing that, all right? You can create a path without people at all. So go ahead and click the button below to get started. Keisha just came back, so we're going to allow her to close us out. Okay, but again, click the button below, get back with whoever invited you to this hangout and to get started, because like I said, guys, it's no fun making money alone, and now we have a program where everybody has the potential to earn income. Keisha, back to you.
All right, well, thanks so much. I don't have anything else to say, but folks, it's just time to rock and roll. Can you hear me okay? Okay, I saw Reginald's on my screen. It's just time to rock and roll. It's just time to get paid. It's time to win. I see our chat, our team group is just exploding, you guys, with people excited about, I got some people in there talking about it's time to get a ring. They need their ring size and everything like that. It's like, someone said it's like bringing LeBron back to the Cavs or something like that. I don't know if you guys are fans, so I'm not going to get all into that. But anyways, it's just time to help people win. We got, Atlanta's own that's in the group and stuff, commenting and stuff like that. Guys, we have, an explosive community, and this is only going to get bigger. This is only going to get better. And I like to tell people this, right? This train is leaving the station, okay? And here's the thing. Either you're going to be on the train, right? Because as Kevin said, we know where we are going, right? We are not confused about it. We know exactly where we're going. We know that, for the next 90 days, we'll probably not get very much sleep because we'll be building out this infrastructure, this dynasty again, okay? And we're going to do it much, much, much bigger, okay? Much bigger. And so I would hate for many of you in January to come to me and say, Keisha, like, oh my God, I'm ready to get started. You can still get started. But I'm telling you, it's something about being here, being at the inception, being here right now, and getting started, getting going. So there is a button below this particular video. Click it, get started at the surge level. Okay, if you want, listen, I don't know how to help you just get by, right? Don't ask me how to just get by. We don't know how to get by income. We don't know how to do that. We know how to get paid, right? We know how to help people fire their boss. And so, Infinii has already laid it out, right? The executive staff and everybody, they know what they're doing. They know they've got the tools, the resources are there, the information is there for you to get this thing done. So I just wanted to know, when are you going to fire your boss, okay? When are you going to do it? Is it going to be with the UOP, right, and this time in this season, or are you going to be doing the same exact thing next year this time, him and hawing, because you got to get up and go back to work after the 4th of July, and all of us are going to be doing something else, and it's not going to be reporting in, okay? So thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you to all the Infinii staff for coming, for hosting, for, spending your time with us to share with our community what's going on. I know this won't be the last time we have a hangout, and it's not the last time you guys will hear from us. Get started at the surge level. We'll see you guys on the inside. Have an amazing night. Bye-bye.